Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that. And also, if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it isn't much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2024 related video here on my channel, and another sort of reaction video as well, because right now I am about to listen in full for the first time to the Slovenian entry for the upcoming edition of the ESC, which will take place this May in Malmö, Sweden. It is Veronika by Raiven. As always, let me know your thoughts on this song by leaving a comment down below, and as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. I have some information here in front of me to make sure I don't forget anything too important. This song, which we've known about for a few weeks, it was an internal selection, Raiven, who we are familiar with because she's tried 3 previous times to represent her country. This song, co-written with a bunch of people, including Bojan from Joker Out, last year's Slovenian representatives with Carpe Diem. It says here that the music video was filmed at the Cherni Kal quarry and in Radovljica. And I've seen images on Raiven's social media over the past couple of days. Based on what I've seen, I am expecting this song to be quite dark, quite moody, very artistic. I'm expecting it to have a real aesthetic to it. So I'm excited, I really am. Now, when was the last time a lot of Eurovision fans were genuinely pumped for a Slovenian entry at Eurovision? In all the years I've been watching the event, I'm not sure it's ever happened. This could be a real watershed moment for Slovenia at the contest. They debuted in 1993, they've never finished higher than 7th, which happened on 2 previous occasions, and they've only made the top 10, I believe it says so here, on 1 other occasion, back in 1997. We've had Sebi in Tel Aviv, that did quite well. I'm thinking recent Eurovision times. We've had 2 songs by Anna Soklic, neither of which was particularly memorable. We had LPS with Disco, we all know how that fared in Turin. We had Joker Out, of course, a band that has left most of Twitter very thirsty indeed, it's fair to say. And if we go even further back, we had Omar Naber, we had Manuela, we had Marea, which was they were expected to do much better than they actually did in the end in Vienna. And in 2014, a decade ago, we had Tinkara Kovac, who did make the final, but was in the bottom 3 in the end. Anyway, a little bit about Raiven before we get into the reaction. Her real name is Sara. She was born in 1996. She's quite an interesting musician indeed. I've not really liked any of her previous efforts in the Slovenian national final, I'll be honest. But she has, you know, a history when it comes to opera music. It says here she has a master's degree in solo singing opera. She's worked with orchestras, the RTV Slovenia Symphony Orchestra to be precise, the Slovenian Baroque Orchestra, there's a police orchestra as well, who knew, the Ljubljana Slovene National Theatre Opera and Ballet. She's performed at festivals, she's been in theatre productions, she's performed Mozart and Vivaldi in the Slovenian Philharmonic Orchestra. I mean, we are talking about a really talented musician here. So are we going to get something that's maybe veering into operatic territory? Maybe so, maybe so. Anyway, shall we crack on with this then? I've also completely forgotten to mention what this song is inspired by, which is a real person. Veronika of Desenice, who passed away in 1425, admittedly, and it says here, she was the 2nd wife of Frederick II, Count of Celje. She was of lesser status. She was accused of witchcraft, and she was incarcerated and then murdered by drowning in 1425. And interestingly, as somebody who does write poetry in their spare time, there is a poetry award named after her, which I think is pretty cool. So there you go. I'm expecting witchy vibes, something very dark, very ominous, very mysterious. The music video is up on the Eurovision channel. It's been up for about 10 minutes or so. Here we go. Let me know what you think. What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching, but that's the way it usually is, and you'll have seen this by now anyway. Here we go. The music video doesn't matter. The song does. Here we go. Deliver, Slovenia. Hello. Some deep breaths. Okay, I will be pausing here and there. This is immediately giving off this sort of dark aura, which I'm liking very much. Bodies in water. Very arcade. There also appears to be some quite deep male backing vocals here. You can't really hear it too well, but I believe they're there. Oh. Okay, we had what sounded like a bell there. Okay, we've got this sort of very mellifluous thing going on now. Very dramatic. Okay. It's... I'm 1 minute and 8 seconds in here. It's a very interesting blend of styles because it seems to be going from that dark aura I just mentioned to a sort of almost electro thing going on. That's the best way I can describe it. It sounds spooky. And now she's barely wearing anything. It's building momentum. Her vocals are good. Strings. Okay, let's picture this on stage in Malmö. Smoke machine. She's on a slightly raised square podium. She's got these group of people around. Don't need backing singers. She's got these dancers around her, and they're doing their thing, scantily clad. And maybe there's the occasional flame that shoots up from the edge of the stage, and there's a few wide shots where the camera pans around the stage and the audience, but mostly this is a very intimate, close-up performance in terms of the staging and everything. Absolutely. Let's move on. There's a lot of skin on show here. I like the power. And it feels fresh. It feels unique. And this watery sound there. Building up, building up. Yeah, the vocals, man. Yes. I don't know what she's singing because the lyrics are not in English, but I will, in my own time, look at the translation. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Do you know what I'm immediately thinking here? Is that it's a shame the juries don't vote in the semi-finals. Because this, of course we don't know all of the songs yet, but this, I think, could do very well in the jury vote. But of course, the juries are only there in the final, so this has to qualify first. I would say that this is looking like a very safe bet to make the final already, even though we don't know all of the songs. Here we have somebody who is in control of her own song. No Swedish songwriters here. We have somebody who's got a very clear vision, a song with a message, an interesting message. It will be important to convey that message through the staging in Malmö, because a lot of people won't know who Veronika was. I like the darkness to it. I like the build-up. I like the power. It's maybe a little bit messy in the chorus and towards the end. Not much at all, but maybe it's ever so slightly getting a little bit crowded with all of the sounds, if you see what I mean. But on the whole, this is a very credible effort indeed. And it ends with some heavy breaths as well. Lovely. She had me glued to my seat, I'm obsessed. Slovenia is slowly turning into a Eurovision powerhouse. I would not go that far, but okay. Heavens above. Goosebumps. If the staging accompanies the song, it will literally be winner material. I had high expectations from her. I wasn't disappointed at all. Yeah, I have to say I was excited for this. And I would say it has delivered. This is probably the strongest song we have so far. And yeah, very, very nice. Dramatic, you know. Whether it really, really has staying power, by which I mean once we have the entire lineup for this year's contest, will this still be one that stands out when you put all of the songs together? Before we see the staging for Eurovision, of course. I don't know. But if I had to give this a mark out of 10, 10 being excellent, 1 being as bad as Germany, I would say 7, 7.5 out of 10. I'm really impressed with that. Because it's so clear. This isn't messy, okay? This is a polished effort. And I believe it wasn't even supposed to be for Eurovision. But of course it is now going to Sweden in a few months' time. And yeah, I think this could be really good live. I really do. Don't make it too jumbled. Don't do too many fancy things with the staging. Try and recreate this on stage. Ramp up that drama. Nail those vocals, which I'm sure she will. And this could be one of Slovenia's best results to date. A job well done, and I'm sure a lot of other Eurovision fans will be wetting themselves with excitement having heard this too. Now, just before I wrap up this rather messy video, my apologies, I'm just going to take a look and see, on a complete side note, why not while I'm here, if the Estonian semi-final results are in. And holy moly, okay. Okay, yes, they're coming in as I speak to you. So anyway, until next time, let me know your thoughts on that Slovenian track. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.